Right, so the first card you've got for your past is this Three of Cups. Fantastic. Yeah, celebrating. It can be about abundance with all these grapes, like a harvest, and they're celebrating that harvest. So yeah, there is a harvest that's coming to you. There is a harvest that's coming to you. There's something that's about to ripen. It's like a manifestation, something you've been thinking about for a long, long time. It's about to ripen. It's about to come into harvest for you. I'm getting that very, very clearly for someone here. And just looking across, you can see that you've got these amazing cards. You've got the Eight of Wands, you've got the Four of Wands there. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. And down here, you've got the Nine of Cups, which can be the wish card. So there's some kind of big manifestation. It's brewing and it's ready to come in. So I think I'll see more about that later on with those fantastic cards over there. But yeah, just looking down here at this whole sequence on the left here, yeah, really good feeling. I'm getting a really good feeling around this. Yeah, it's like finally, I'm ready to celebrate myself with this Three of Cups here. I'm celebrating myself. I'm putting the focus on myself. And I'm saying finally, because I think it took you a long time to get to this stage. Yeah, you still had hope for someone. Your focus was on someone else for a long time because you had hope. You were thinking, I hope they'll live up to what I want them to. I hope they'll do this. I'm seeing you giving someone lots and lots of chances, many, many chances, more than they deserved, really. And yeah, this is what I'm getting. One last chance. Okay, I'm going to give them one last chance. That's it. I'm going to lay out my feelings. I'm going to tell them everything I feel, how I feel about them. And I want them to really listen to all that and then come back properly. And then I think you did that, if this is you, or someone did that who's listening to this. And, then you just waited to see. It was like, okay, I've done that. I've laid it all out there. I'm going to sit back and see what they're going to do now. And I think you waited. And yeah, it's like, this is the final chance. One last chance. I'm getting that really clearly. Let's see if they're going to put the work in. Let's see what they say. And they can't just tell me that. They have to show me that. I'm getting that. It's about action. Action. I need to see action. You needed both. You needed words and action. But I think what you got back from them, yeah, I don't think it was total silence, but it may as well have been. It was close to that. It was some kind of mumbling. It wasn't the effort that you put in anyway. And you poured your heart out. You really did. You poured your heart out. You put it out there. And it takes a lot for you to do that as an Aquarius, because you can be quite reserved a lot of the time. And you don't show people how deep your heart is, how deep your feelings are. And you have very deep feelings. But with this person, you felt like, no, I love them so much. I'm going to really pour my heart out. But yeah, it wasn't appreciated, sadly. Very, very sad. So yeah, they didn't notice, they didn't recognise what you were giving them. They didn't see the value in that. And yeah, you may as well have given them a scrunched up piece of paper, actually, because that's how you felt. That's how much they respected what you'd said. Yeah, very, very sad for someone here. So, I think when you realise that, it's like, no, if they don't respect me, I've lost respect for them. I've lost all respect for them. And, once respect leaves a relationship, that there's not much left. Respect is key to everything. So, yeah, right down the bottom, you've got this man here, in the Nine of Cups here. And, if you look at him, he's sitting there. He's guarding himself. He's got his arms crossed across his chest there. And there's this beautiful arch of golden cups above his head. And obviously cups represent emotion. So I think now what you're realising is, my emotions aren't a scrunched up piece of paper. They're not to be ignored. They're not to be kind of rubbished. They're precious. That they're golden, like these cups here. They deserve more than how I've been treated in the past. They deserve a lot more than that. And that's what you've got inside yourself. You've got a lot of gold, a lot of preciousness inside yourself. And, if you've got gold, if you're wearing a gold watch or gold, you have to protect them. You have to protect your valuables from people who want to steal them. So I think now you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your heart, you're protecting that gold inside yourself from anyone else that wants to come along. So if you're single, I think you're still single. I think you want to be single right now because you're just in that protection mode, if that's you. And yeah, the Page of Swords that's in the middle here can be about watching, stalking in some cases even. So yeah, I think they're still watching you. They're still thinking about you. You know, I think someone else is watching you as well. I think this ex is still watching you. I think maybe they still look on your social media to see what you're up to. But there's someone else that's watching you as well. That you've got someone else interested in you. I'm seeing that very clearly as well. But yeah, you're not interested in any of that right now. If you're single, that's what I'm getting. I've got a clear vibe of, no, I'm protecting myself. I'm on my own now. And yeah, I'm celebrating myself. That's what I'm getting with this Three of Cups up here. It feels like maybe you still go up and down a bit. You know, it's like sometimes you're like, right, I'm strong, I'm by myself, I'm fine. This is what I want, it's fine. And then sometimes you can go into this, oh, I wonder what they're doing. What are they thinking? Yeah, who are they with? So, you know, if that's what you're going through, if you're having a few ups and downs like that, it's normal. You know, there's nothing wrong with you. It's absolutely fine. All it means is you're just not quite at the end of that process yet. And, you know, it just takes however long it takes to get to the end of that. There's no time limit on that. So just keep on celebrating yourself. Take care of yourself. You're on the right track. That's what I'm getting for you if that's you. Yeah, you've got these two really, really amazing cards here. You've got the Three of Cups up here and the Nine of Cups, which is the cup of, the Three of Cups is abundance and the Nine of Cups is like wishes. This is the wish card, wishes coming true. And this is what I was getting before, manifesting things. It's time. It's like things are ripe for manifestation. Again, with this, you know, with this harvest, things are ripe, things are ripe, things are ready. They're growing, they're growing. It's like they're sitting on the tree, they're getting bigger and they're about to fall off. They're ready for manifestation. And you might be feeling that. You might be feeling, okay, this thing that I've always wanted, it's there. I can feel it's getting closer. If that's how you're feeling, yes, you are on your way there. Okay, I'm getting a specific message here for someone. There's a partnership you're in. If this is you, it's either a partnership or some kind of joining you had with someone else. I'm getting a business or a job you're in or something like that, something work related for someone. And then there was a sudden stop. There was a big stop. It's like everything suddenly stops and everything was closed. So yeah, it might be a job loss, but I am getting some kind of business for someone and some kind of partnership for someone here. So yeah, I'm literally seeing a lock on a door. And things being closed, boarded up. It's like no access, I can't go in anymore. And I think if you've had this kind of loss, this job or business loss, it looks like you really tried to fight for this. Like this page here in the middle, you know, he's got his sword and he's kind of thrashing around with his sword. So you tried to fight, but I think you're up against a bigger force than you could manage. So it just had to close. It had to come to a close. So don't feel guilty about this. Don't feel like, oh, I could have done more. I could have fought more for this. No, you did everything you could have. I think it was supposed to happen. So yeah, I think also someone was kind of mourning the loss of that. They were kind of getting over that as well. So that's another thing you had to kind of recover from, if that's you. But what I'm getting for someone is you're ready to go out on your own now. So someone wants a business or something, or you want to go out on your own. You want to be a lone trader, a sole trader, or a self-employed person. It's something like that. And so, yeah, you're ripe to do that with this ripeness, with this harvest here in the Three of Cups. You're ready to do that now if that's you. And yeah, you're doing things on your own. You're going to do things in a new way. I think you're taking some of the ideas that you had from this other place, this other business. But yeah, you're ready. I think it's time for you to start that very soon. So start planning that now. Start putting things into place so you can do that soon. And I think maybe one of the things that might be stopping you, or a roadblock that you feel is in your way, is, you know, what's happening in the world right now. So obviously, that's a big barrier for a lot of people, and maybe that's why you lost this job or this business in the first place. But yeah, I'm just seeing this for someone. This is very specific, I know, but I'm seeing this in front of my eyes right now. Personal care as a business. So it might be something like hair, nails, massage, some kind of therapy, some kind of one-on-one help for someone. It's like personal care for people. It might be some kind of nursing when you go into people's homes. It's something like that for someone. Now, that kind of thing, obviously, it's not easy to do in this climate, of course. But what I want to tell you is, if you've got that on your mind, there are ways around things. There's always a way around things. Sometimes, some people right now are doing mobile services. If you're able to do that, depends on where you are. And some people are doing tutorials online and they're helping people online. They're offering services like that. So every time you see a barrier in front of you, try and find a way around that, because there's always a way. There is absolutely always a way around everything. There really is. And there are ways around your blocks, if that's you. So if it's that, or if it's some other kind of business, or whatever it is you want to do, it feels like you're ripe. You're ripe. You're almost ready, like this harvest up here. You're ready to go. And again, I'm getting on your own. So there was some kind of partnership, or you're working with other people before. Now I think what's happening with you, if this is you, you're going to go out on your own. And there's a little bit of a block, I think, for some people wanting to be on their own as well, or going out on their own, I should say. It's like, okay, I was under this umbrella, this protection of this company or this job or this partnership. And if you look at this Nine of Cups again, he's under this shelter of these cups, this umbrella. And so that was a little bit of, a protection for you. But now, you don't need that. You don't need that. Don't see that as a block. You're ready to do things on your own, and you're perfectly capable. You're perfectly capable. Any problem that comes up, all you need to do is research, find out, and then move forward. That's all anyone does. That's all a business does. These great big companies started out with one person like that just had to learn as they went along. So that's what you're going to have to do. Don't see any blocks, or try and work your way around them. There's always a way around everything, if that's you. So I really hope that helps someone there. Okay, the first card you've got for your present is this Queen of Swords here. Okay, lots and lots of things here. Yeah, it feels a little bit jumbled, actually. So I'll try and make sense of that for you. Hopefully I will. Okay, the first thing is there's this really strong sense of protection, which is what this Queen's about. She's protecting herself. So yeah, you're definitely protecting your heart. I'm getting that. You're protecting your heart, if you're single, obviously, from any further love that's coming along. You're just not ready for that. What I'm getting really clearly here, more than that, is it's spiritual protection. Yeah, this is this manifestation thing. Yeah, you're being guided. You're being led. That's why, if you're single and you feel like, no, I'm not ready for love right now, I just don't want that. That's why. It's because you're being led into this, because you're focusing on yourself. You're more open to receiving this guidance and these messages and this manifestation that's coming into you. And if you're with this ex or in this other situation, you wouldn't have been ready, because you're focused on them, but now you're focused on yourself. You don't have that energy drain. You don't have that stress around you anymore. So you're open. You're ready. That's what this is telling you. So if that's you, if you're feeling that you're ready, if you've got these things you want to manifest, what this is showing you is try and get as much time to yourself as you can. So if you meditate, that'll really help. If you do that, that'll super, super help you. Or if you pray, even whatever you do spiritually, even if it's just resting, can be anything, whatever's right for you, because spirituality is an individual thing. It's about what suits you, what's right for you. So whatever that is for you, but it means quiet time, do whatever that is. And I think what's going to happen is all these ideas are going to start to come forward to help you to get toward this manifestation. So yeah, swords, with this Queen of Swords, swords are about words. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to have lots of words coming into your head. And yeah, I'm getting dreams as well. Dreams. So you might have already started having dreams, vivid dreams. You might be thinking, what are all these crazy dreams? They make no sense. Sometimes things come in, and they come in on the subconscious. And when we're walking around in this world, we're in the conscious world. So that's why they don't make sense to us. So what I think you should do is write everything down. Write the dreams down, write the words down. Doesn't matter if it makes sense or not, write it all down. And sometimes, you'll get one part of the puzzle and later on you get more words and you'll find another part of that puzzle and you can put it all together later on. So I think if you start doing that, getting that rest, letting the words come in, that will lead you to where you want to go. And yeah, if you've got this business idea or this business thing or whatever that is that I was getting in the Nine of Cups there, if that was you, you're coming into this time of clarity. And so be receptive, be open. This is going to get you around any blocks that you're seeing in front of you. If you're like, oh, we're in this situation in the world right now, it's impossible for me to do this kind of work in this climate. That will give you the way to go around these blocks. This is like an energy flow that's coming into you. Lots and lots of words. So you might get a word that says road, and you'll think, what on earth is that? And later on you might go, okay, that means I have to do this mobile. I have to go around in my car and reach people. Or you might get a word that says, I don't know, sky. And you think, what on earth is that? And it might end up being, okay, I have to be on YouTube. I have to be in a podcast. I have to reach people through the skies, which is what that Eight of Wands can be. So it feels abstract when all the words come in, but as you look at all the words and as you look back, they'll start to make sense to you. If you get that quiet time to yourself, I think they'll come in faster and easier and you'll have more understanding over what that is. Now, I just want to show you the sequence in the top row going across horizontally. Yeah, this is all about this. It's a very clear message showing you this. So with the Three of Cups there, obviously that's the party card, and if you've ever had a party going on next door, you know what that noisiness and that distraction is all about. So get away from any distractions that are in your mind or around you. Guard yourself from that. Like this Queen of Swords, she's got her back to the distraction. She's got her sword up against that. And what she's facing is the Eight of Wands. And they're the messages coming out of the sky. So I just wanted to show you that sequence going all the way across. And when you're ready for these things to come into you, these words, you'll feel that. If you start feeling a light feeling, a feeling of lightness, being up in the clouds, or a summer feeling, it's like, oh, the holidays, when you're a child and you were like, oh, the holidays are tomorrow, the summertime's tomorrow, I'm so excited, I'm happy, everything feels light. It's that kind of feeling. So when you start feeling that, try and get as much rest as you can and it'll start coming in. You're really at this peak. And what I'm seeing is, you've got things coming in, and it's going to be way more than you imagined. It really is. It's going to be better than what you imagined. You can't imagine what's coming in here. You think, oh, I'm manifesting this, but it's going to be way bigger than that. It's going to be bigger, deeper, more important than that. It's going to be on another level. I'm really, really seeing that here, just looking across. I know I'm skipping across to the future, but look at what you've got in the future. You can see that there. So yeah, if someone's manifesting money, I just want to say this for you. If that's what you're trying to manifest, what I want to tell you is, if you're manifesting money, yes, you can absolutely do that. Absolutely, you can manifest money. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing against that. But I think what this whole spread's telling you is, or it's trying to remind you is, that you shouldn't be focusing on that money. Focus on the feeling. Focus on what you want to do with the money. Focus on the goodness you want to do with the money. Focus on how good you feel. Focus on helping others. All those kinds of things. And I think that's how that's going to come in. So that's the message I'm getting here. Because if you look at this whole spread, there aren't any coin cards here. Now, again, that doesn't mean money's not going to come in. It means that you've got to not put the focus on that and put the focus on what that's going to bring you and the feeling that that's going to bring you, and also listen to the words that come in. So I really hope that makes sense to someone. Yeah, with this protection, okay, I just want to show you something in this Queen of Swords. I'm seeing this now. I've never seen this before, actually. I've never noticed this. I love when I notice things for the first time in a card. So yeah, if you look at this Queen, in the Queen of Swords, right up the top in the middle, she's got this red edge around her robe. It's like a piping, an edging around the edge of a robe. And it looks a bit like a red ribbon. And red ribbons are a symbol of protection. In a lot of different religions, actually. I think in Hinduism, you've got that Kabbalah idea about the red ribbon. And yeah, I think in the Bible, there's, I think it's in Genesis, actually. It's just from memory. It talks about a red string to warn off misfortunes. So it's probably not those exact words, but yeah, I just wanted to show you that, how much you're protected. So you're very, very spiritually protected. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, there's a bit of stress here. This is something different. Yeah, I don't want to spoil this because it's such an amazing positive spread, but yeah, I have to say this for someone because someone's very stressed about a situation here. Okay, so there's a lot of care between you and someone else if this is you. And it's the kind of love, and the kind of care that just goes without saying. You know, that kind of care where you don't have to say, oh, I love you, and how are you, and you know I really care about you. You don't have to say that. You just know. They just know. Maybe this is a sibling, might be a close friend. It's someone that's close to you. It's not a love connection. It feels platonic to me. I have to say that. So, yeah, the problem is they're tied in with someone. They're tied in. This is what I'm getting. Yeah, it feels like a rope's tying them in. That's how they're feeling. And yeah, they've tried to move away, but there's some kind of big hold over them, that they're with someone and they're putting this big weight on. That's what I'm getting. Okay, there's a message coming in from them. I'm getting that. It's a tiny message, but it's huge. It's huge for you because you'll be so relieved when you get this message. It'll be like, oh, they're okay. I know they're okay. And I know that they're at least talking to me a bit. At least there's some communication opening up there. Oh, what a relief. So it's that kind of feeling there.